Put another live, man. Let's get to it. See what goes on tonight. We got this rally up. 15 minutes. We broke a 15-minute high. It's looking like it's a strong uptrend right about now. So what I'll be looking for, lower time frame, is the pullback, the reversal. Really just a waiting game from here, though. Got this support. Like I said, I don't really mean that right now. It's the lowest point to push to that. There we go. Three-minutes still pretty bullish. So what I'm essentially looking for, wait for that pullback. I'm gonna shoot. We had a setup in that area on the 1 minute. Right there was the 641. Let's see what's up though. We ain't basing that. We're not basing the important structure or the outside structure on the 1 minute. Not doing that. Or external structure. I haven't even back tested the 1 minute, but that was not set up right here. Indication came back, took it to liquidity, closed above. Shoot. That's the lowest point it came to before it made that high. Push was bottom of the range. This was top of the range. Broke from that low. That's all we looking for. But in reverse. But on the 3 minute. This right here. Breakout, indication, correction, was a pullback. Take out liquidity, close back above for the continue to apply. Same setup, different day. All right, we got an equal high. Nah, just a waiting game. It's been rallying up for a minute. I'm looking for that reverse, that exhaustion, so I can reverse and potentially clear out this entire move. Oh yeah, I added my so you can see when I'm in the trade right there. That's what that little box is. So we find the setup tonight, and I enter. You'll see the live pin now. So it won't just be me saying I got in or I'm up this amount, whatever. You actually be able to see it for yourself. Seeing is believing, right? It's looking like it's one to continue up. May not get that set up until after 8. So it is 7:30. Cinnamon rolls bus. Okay, okay. Looking like it's not trying to. Yeah, 20 seconds left on this 1 minute. Okay, it was struggling to make that new high. We call it Asia session or Tokyo session, the slow markets. I don't think they slow. It's just you just gotta wait till the proper volume come in, which is 8 p.m. EST. But I mean, depending on what's going on in the world anyway, or the economy or whatever, that still can affect the market, no matter what time, uh, whatever time frame you trading on, no matter what trade session you trade out of the three. Mm. I wonder. I haven't tried that. I wonder if I could have used that burger pocket. That's basically an indication move. Since it's a down engulfing in a uptrend. That's what I'm referring to. Wonder if I could use this as an indication. Since we already know we're in an uptrend because it broke these highs with a body candle close. Excuse, excuse me. Uh, yeah, with a body candle close and came back. All this liquidity, this is what it looks like on a lower time frame. But I'm about to try that out next time. It look legit. I mean, it's the same thing. Just I like to go off of at least two candlesticks. Got to be at least two candlesticks to pull back before I consider that structure on a 3 minute. Since it was only one and it's in engulfing, I'm about to test that out. If but only if it's in an engulfing, inverted the trend, meaning a down engulfing and an uptrend, and an up engulfing and a downtrend. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back test that. What's up? That'll be the only setups I take that don't have multi-candle pullbacks. This might be a runaway right here. Hold up. I was just talking about using this engulfing as a setup. The only one candlestick formation setup. Do that body? Hold on, I gotta zoom in on that. Let me go ahead and make those the same. Okay, so this Doge body. Yeah. So that would have been an indication right there. That's crazy. So that's that down engulfing. One candlestick formation versus having at least two. Down engulfing and up uptrend. You can use that as an indication. I'm gonna start testing that out. It just happened as I was describing that shit on the 3 minute. But I ain't see that. As you can see, I had to zoom in. I had to zoom in hella to even see that. That's crazy. That was enough. That was setup. Yeah. That's the second one I missed tonight. Yeah, you can see it now with the gray. Yeah. Okay. That body so damn small. When I saw that shit, I had to zoom all the way out. Sometimes you have to do that for confirmation. A quick one. Came and took it out. All right, so I'm gonna explain this setup and why I'm tripping. It literally just man, right here. The same setup. You got it obvious uptrend. Now, what I like to do is have at least a two candlestick pullback before I use it as structure. But another way I'm about to start trying, I just this found out about tonight, just looking at the charts, is only use a single candle pullback if only if it's an engulfing candle. Because as you can see here, could have used that as an indication. And then, the just pull back. Liquidity was swept right here. Multiple liquidity swept. Could have either waited for that one to close and then this candle to open and close side, or back a billion off for the entry, or you could have waited for this liquidity. Either way, stop loss would have below here for this setup. Indication, pull back. Liquidity taken during the pullback. And then it closed back a billion. Same thing here. Down engulfing, that's one candlestick pullback. Down engulfing, that's a one candlestick pullback. Now I had to zoom in to find this out, but this doji actually closed above the wick high, so that counts as an indication. So this pullback setup was a real quick one. So this pullback was the correction. It took out liquidity. That was already our confirmation. So based on volume and the momentum of this candle, you could have got in on the close below, that caused a push. Target on 101. Only because the stop loss is this big. But like I said, depending on what type of trader you are, could have had it below the body of the candle that made that push. Target on 101. Because the stop loss is still big. But we on the 3 minutes, so I mean it depends on what you consider big, whatever. Like a 13 point right here. 13 point stop. Well, I guess it's not too bad. That ain't really bad. That ain't bad at all, actually. It just look bigger than what it is because of the box. Simple 1 and 2. But this is the second setup. I like to catch it the very first time. But yeah, that would have been set up. That would have been the entry. Wrong one. Now for this one, you could have either got it right here and put your stops here. Target 1 and 2. Same thing. I ain't got to be perfect with it. Or you could have waited until the candle, but I'm put over here so you guys can see it. Put the stop loss, same spot. 1 and 2, same thing. So it all depends on where you caught it at. Cause there was multiple liquidity taken right here. All you was looking for was a closure back above your indication zone, and your stop loss would be at that previous low that caused that break to a new high before the retracement or the correction back down in your zone for your entry. So that was two different setups within itself. Probably could have double traded on that one. Like I said, I ain't come to the market till like 7:20 or something like that. 7:02. One of them. One of them. It was a little after 7. But yeah, I'm actually leave them played out. These you already knew these would have played out. I always forget you can do that. I gotta get used to trading on a laptop again. But yeah, that's the setup, man. I'm gonna have to back test this stuff. Like, I'm just doing it live right now, so I guess you can count it. So that's two setups back to back. But I'm gonna have to write that down and back test it. I ain't just gonna do it visually. I forget. I mean, you only really changed one rule anyway. Instead of a two candlestick pullback, it'll be a one, but only if it's an engulfing that's going against the trend. I'm still looking for the reversal. I missed this. I was here before this happened, but I didn't. I don't trade like that, so I wouldn't have got this. But just back testing it and seeing it, I guess you can call it a mistrade. I'll see if it play out for real, because this is how I would have placed my my TP and my stop loss. I would either put it below the lowest push, and if I would that would have been a 1-on-1 instead of 1-2, and then I would have let it go to a 1-2 if it was a runner. Move stops to break even, so you can secure the trade. Means I will move my stop loss here to here somewhere in profit, and just let it go to a 1-2 basically. But I gotta back test that first. I don't trade that way. That's the one stick version variation. I'm gonna have to put something together based around that. Cause it's the same thing. It's just again, other than two candlesticks or at least two candlesticks pulling back, it's just that one. But it has to be an engulfing. That's the only thing. It can't just be kind of like this. It kind of has a pullback. This candle did not engulf this candle, which means the body is not bigger than um, this candle's body. Same thing with here. But this one engulfed and then came up. See what I'm saying? It shows you. Price shows you what it wants to do. It's basically making a staircase. You usually got to follow it and catch it, obviously. But I'm going to back test that tonight, actually. And then tomorrow's live. We're going to trade both of them. Two candlestick pullbacks and the one candlestick pullback. So that way we ain't out the loop. See what I'm saying? Got to adjust. The market is always changing. Yes, it just go up or down, but that's not it. This shit, that look like a decent setup. So that would have been two down here, 2 entries down here, one up here. That's three setups back to back. Back testing live, I guess. Let's see. This one ain't fully played out. Set it 1-2. You know these two down here for 1-2. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. And based on where you got in too, because like I was about to say earlier, I'm gonna move this over to the side. Yeah, right about there. So if it shoot up like this, you could have got in while this candle was still active instead of waiting for it to close all the way up here. Especially if it's moving fast like that, and you can see how the candle just keep getting bigger and bigger. You could have got an entry here, 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 anywhere before the closure point, and would have been fine. How your stops at the same place. Simple. That'll be that. Put that right below it. Adjustment. There we go. That's supposed to be right below the candle. Okay, man, I missed this one. Yeah, I only look for the same thing every day. You see, been hidden. Whether you catch it on YouTube or my IG, same set. I call out the same thing every day. Got the indication. It ain't registered. See, okay. Got the correction. That was my fault. I double clicked it. Being anxious. Got the correction, pull back. Why is it not registering when I double tap this shit? Get a new keyboard. Shit, really, it could be correction and pull back. Correction. Pull back. Liquidity taken. That's what the white lines are. And then closure back above, which is the continuation. So that's your entry. So like I said, could have caught it from there, or you could have caught it. Let me see. Continuation. And register it again. 01. And then I'm gonna have this one labeled as. I'm gonna have to switch these. Hold on. Continuation 02. The continuation 02, or number 2 is right there. This, this two. It's two different entries on this setup based off of that with the one candle variation of the pullback. What would this have been? This probably would have been a smooth 7. That probably would have been around a stack with a standard. Barely no drawdown. Little to no drawdown. But yeah, valid for sure. Look at that. Crazy for real. What time is it? 8 o'clock? Yeah, that reverse about to come. Go ahead and hit TP so I can catch that reverse. Go ahead and get rid of all this. I'll keep the trade up there though, but y'all gonna go back and look for that. It'll be there. Now, if you in this position right here, price doing this, you could take it. Definitely could take it. See how close it is to your TP. Or you can just, be patient, let it hit. You alright at this point, since this is a 1 to 2, they hit a 1 to 1. Stop loss should be up here. More than profit. And then you let it ride to the second TP, which is the 1 to 2. But you can't be scared on the pullback. You have to understand after all this, it's definitely gonna be a pullback. Definitely. May not happen every time, but it happens majority of the time. A trade just not just gonna just keep firing up like that. But you will catch a banger like that here and there. Unexpected every time. These are all the same up candles. The same type of candles, like 7, 8 of them. Pullback is definitely coming. And this is it's really the same way in the downtrend. So you got to up and golfing, let it get invalidated. Use that as your indication, but it has to be with a body candle closure though, not a wick. So like say if from here to here was a wick, I couldn't count that until the body of a candle closed above here, and then it did all that to get up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, that setup is valid for sure. Mm. Pre-market be having some of the best setups. It's still not 8 o'clock yet. That's when it's gonna start pushing for real, for real. How long have I been live tonight? Oh, they ain't gonna show me the time. There we. That's okay. See that flip? That's crazy. Still ain't hit TP yet though, but that's wild. Now I gotta just diversify my portfolio some more. I definitely could have caught that. TP about to be hit as soon as it gray out. As soon as it get darker blue over here. That's when you know when it tapped the top. Still playing. See how it's dark blue up here? It ain't tapped the top yet. Oh, it's playing. There you go. See what I'm saying? How I got dark blue over here. So yeah, that yeah, I'm gonna have to add that to the arsenal. Same strategy, just one rule change. Go ahead and do that now. All right, there we go. I'm gonna just further explain that in the next video. All right, now we got at least 2 candlesticks in this pullback. So this is our highest point of the range currently. And this is the lowest point as of right now. But I'm not gonna mark it because they're all the same candle. I'm gonna need to see some gold candles in the pullback before I can mark a low. It needs to do a higher low, basically. See if we can. Okay, we got a minute left on this 3 minute. See what's up. That's what it looked like on the 1 minute. Basically, these 3 candles is creating this one. That's what I mean by on the lower time frame is zoomed in. So it stopped here or started here, reversed up here. So it came all the way up here. That's this wick. Excuse me. Then it pulling back down. That's where it's going to close at on the 3 minute. I might get in on a few of my accounts tonight. Hold up, hold up. Remember, I just got the 1 minute up as a confirmation. I really use a minute for everything. Let's see what it's looking like on the 5 though. I cycle through, but I don't use nothing. I don't use that to base my entry off of. Man. A few setups from earlier. Yeah, we just started this pullback now. After that big rally up. Started at 6. It's flying. Okay, okay. It was 30 looking like. Yeah, big body candles. Go ahead and go back. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I have a sponsorship coming on the way. New campaign. Let's get it. Yeah, I'm gonna indulge in that for sure. Bet that, bet that. And come on. Got the two, at least two candlesticks down. I need at least two up or an engulfing. Considered for this to be considered the low. I'm gonna go ahead and try that one candlestick for not tonight, or the variation of my strategy out tonight. Now I don't want to go up at all. I had up engulfing validation 1 minute, but I don't preach 1 minute, 3 minutes. This was the official invalidation. Body closed below that wick. Well, no, I closed at it actually. Come on, 8. Supposed to bring in the volume. You just brought in the reversal. I mean, that's what I was looking for, but setup still ain't presented itself. There we go. I had to readjust that. Crazy. Hmm. So now, since we actually at half this high right here, again, I'm looking for the same thing. But tight right here. I always look for, you feel me? This setup. I wouldn't even look for it to come exposed above here. Being as though we have these long wicks. If it's gonna close above here, then I'd expect it to continue up, no matter what's done for the previous 2 hours. But I mean, even with saying that price can still do whatever it want to do, but that's just how I would look at it. I would look at this type of setup, or even this one, even for it to have the equal high, and then it come down and hit this structure. This close as an engulfing. This is the lowest lower range. Then I can mark a zone there, but it has to close like this. It look like it's going to, so I'm marking it in advance. Let's see, because it is body needs to be bigger than this body. So we'll see. Like I said, price to do whatever it want. See, as soon as I mark the box, it start coming back down. It's like we ain't gonna make it that easy on you, gang. That ain't the wrong. Oh, I didn't. Oh, it's all the way at the. Yeah, that's the one. I'm like, what's going on? There we go. Ooh, you're not gonna close us in the golfing? Got this woman up to see why it's doing what it's doing. Remember, this formulates to this. So these three candles made this candle. We got 4 seconds. So it's not in engulfing. If you don't, nope, not engulfing, so I can't count it. Yeah, setup probably gonna take a little minute for it to present itself again tonight. But this is what I'm looking for right here. Either this that setup, or you feel me, make a lower high, then it break that low for the pullback. So you look to get in here in this area, right in this area for that setup. You feel me? When the take liquidity, close back up below, you be getting in right when it come back. This area right here is telling you that there's more sellers in the market below this area. It's an invalidated uptrend leg of structure. So anything below this pullback, like when you get back below it, when price trades back below it, that'll be your entry. But wait for liquidity to be taken first. Same thing with this one. Break that structure indication. Correction, which is the pullback, let it take liquidity of something over here. Close below your indication zone. When you get that happen, when that happens, that's when you get your entry. 1 to 2, simple as that. In and out. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and cut this live. I've been live longer than I planned to be tonight. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Pre-market for sure, because I gotta do back testing, but we missed. Like I said earlier, if you caught the beginning of the live, missed 3 setups right here, 2 down here, 1 down here. So pre-market be blessing too. So I start pre shit, but I ain't get my initial setup. So I mean, you work with what you work with. Trade your way. Don't switch up every trade session or every day just because your strategy isn't presenting itself when you want it to. You feel me? Sometimes it may happen in pre-market, which is before Tokyo session. Sometimes it may happen during Tokyo session. Sometimes it'll happen after. You just come back the next day and look and rinse and repeat. Simple as that. But don't switch up just because your strategy don't show up or it don't work or happen for like for a couple of days or you feel me for a week. It may go like that. You may go on a losing streak. You have to be mentally okay with that. Just know that your strategy works and only take the higher probability setups. That's it. Same thing every day. Every day, same setups. Nothing changes. Like I said, you get the indication, which is a new low or a new lower low or a new higher high. Then you get the pullback. The indication is based on the trend. So get a new lower low or new higher high. Pull back is the correction. It usually takes liquidity. 9 out of 10, that's what I wait for. And then the continuation is when after the liquidity is taken, price closes back above or below my indication zone, depending on the trade bias that I have for the day. Literally the only three things that I look for. Four, if you want to count the liquidity being taken and the correction or the pullback move. But that's it. That's all. Straight like that. No more, no less. That's it. Three simple steps to be profitable. So I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow. Hopefully we can catch some pre-market. Like I said, I've been alive a little longer than I wanted to.